Watching for any news today about the unemployment extension, I found that there were many articles on the web that claimed that the Republicans are going to object to the bill once again. It wasn't until late this afternoon that I found this. Thousands in Massachusetts could lose jobless aid next week by Robert Gavin and Matt Visser, Globe staff May 27, 2010. Nearly 100,000 Massachusetts residents would lose unemployment benefits by the end of July if Congress fails to extend an emergency program that has allowed laid-off workers to collect checks for up to almost 2 years. According to state labor officials, the program, enacted as part of last year's stimulus bill, is set to expire Wednesday. And with concerns about the federal deficit mounting on Capitol Hill, it isn't clear when Congress will act on a $145 billion spending bill that extends emergency benefits through November. If the emergency benefits expire, state officials said, unemployed Massachusetts workers would start losing benefits at the estimated rate of $10,000 a week, starting next week. A lot of people and families are going to be without this needed weekly income, said Joanne Goldstein, the state's Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development. With the week-long Memorial Day recess looming, leaders of the Democrat-controlled Congress were scrambling to take up the spending bill, which not only extends health insurance subsidies for laid-off workers, but also fixes a glitch that penalized workers who took part-time or temporary jobs while collecting unemployment. The House is expected to take up the measure today. The focus will then shift to the Senate, where Senator Scott Brown of Massachusetts said yesterday he will oppose the spending bill. I cannot support the extender bill as currently constructed because it includes nearly $150 billion in tax increases and deficit spending, Brown said. While there is no question we should temporarily extend unemployment benefits to provide for our neediest during a down economy, we must do it without taxing or resorting to more borrowing. Republicans, who have opposed the bill for adding to the federal deficit, can block the legislation from coming to a vote. Both Brown and Senator John F. Kerry, a Massachusetts Democrat who supports the bill, oppose a provision that would dramatically raise taxes for venture capitalists and other investors. Massachusetts has the second highest volume of venture capital investment in the country, surpassed only by California. And some in the venture community are warning that the change would discourage the long-term investments that are vital to the growth of technology, biotech, and other companies. Which is why Governor Deval Patrick is playing politics on this, perhaps in gaining support in his re-election. In a statement, Kerry said Congress needs to act on the spending plan before the emergency unemployment benefits program expires. Extending unemployment insurance is do or die for a lot of people hanging on by their fingernails, he said. There is no more time to lose. People expect Washington to get it together because this is bigger than politics. The uncertain future of the extension program is worrying jobless workers like Merrill Minden of Newton, who could need another extension when her current benefits run out in about 6 weeks. Minden, 48, was laid off from Bank of America in March 2009. She retrained as a paralegal and has been seeking work, but so far without success. Governor Deval Patrick and state lawmakers have been counting on about $700 million in Medicaid funding for next year's budget. If Congress does not approve the additional funds, the state would have to make more cuts to the budget proposal. In addition, the bill includes more than $1 billion to fund 300,000 summer jobs, including an estimated 8,000 in Massachusetts. That provision has been a major focus of big city mayors, including Mayor Thomas Menino of Boston, who have been trying to persuade Brown to support it. Brown had earlier opposed a similar measure because it did not include a funding source. On Monday, teenagers protested outside Brown's Boston office, setting up a sour Scott lemonade stand. Further complicating the issue is a $59 billion bill before the Senate to fund relief efforts in Haiti and the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. It remains unclear whether the Senate's Democratic leaders can win the Republican votes needed to bring the spending bill to the floor. What it seems to me, it's politics as usual. The unemployed have to hold their hand on their ass once more. If they pass this bill before the weekend, the next dispute coming up is a debate on the larger bill after Memorial Day. Hopefully this is the Tier 5 proposal for the long-term unemployed.